Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, we will update you with headlines and news, matchups to start off the week in the NBA. That is next. All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Darrell, on the opposite side, say hello to dinner with everybody.
Hello, welcome to the show. We're here.
We're here. All right, man. You doing good, man? How you feeling?
Doing good, man.
Okay, man. We got some things that we need to cover here this week in the NBA. Man, you ready to rock this one?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's do it.
All right, we're going to kick this one off, of course, with the final scores and stats from the previous games in the NBA. Darren, it's your show, pimp.
All right. We start off with Thursday night's games. Only had 3 games on Thursday night, starting with the Golden State Warriors and the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls won this game 94-87. That was the Warriors' first back-to-back loss since April 9th of 2015. Very interesting. Charlotte and Phoenix. Phoenix wins this game 120-103. The Phoenix Suns shoots the season best of 59% from the field. Technically, if you round it up 60, it's 59.7. And in the last game on Thursday night, Oklahoma City Thunder and the Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers wins this game 114-109. Russell Westbrook, he got his 3rd consecutive 40-point game this season. And then we go on to the Friday's game, 10 games on Friday, starting off with the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia wins this game 105-102. Toronto and Washington. Washington wins this game Toronto wins this game 114-106. The Toronto Raptors win the regular season series against Washington. They played all 4 of their games against each other this season, so that's no more for them. And then Miami-Orlando. Orlando wins this game 110-99. Cleveland and Atlanta. Cleveland wins this game 135-130. The Cleveland Cavaliers make an NBA record of 25 three-pointers. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks wins this game 112-101. Then you have Dallas and Memphis. Dallas wins this game by 4, 104-100. Brooklyn and Utah. Utah wins this game 112-97. Oklahoma City's Thunder and the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns wins this game 118-111. The Suns withstand a 48, 17, and 9 from Russell Westbrook.
Good God. What is – sorry. Go ahead.
San Antonio and the New Orleans Pelicans. San Antonio wins this game by 4. 101-98. And then Boston and the Los Angeles Lakers. Boston just blew out the Lakers by 20, 115-95.
Yep.
That was the last game on Friday. Going into Saturday, March 4th, 8 games on Saturday. The Detroit Pistons and the Philadelphia 76ers. Detroit wins this game, look like by 30, 136-106. Is that right? About 30 or about 20? I think that's about 30. Yeah,
that's 30.
And then Toronto and Milwaukee. Detroit Pistons set a season high in scoring and shooting for that game. And then you had Toronto and Milwaukee. Milwaukee wins this game 101-94. Cleveland and Miami. Miami wins this game 120-92. The Miami Heat outscored the Cleveland Cavaliers by 28 over the final 3 quarters. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Chicago Bulls. The Clippers wins this game 101-91. LA Clippers hold the Bulls to 30 points in just the second half alone. Charlotte, Denver. Charlotte wins this game 112-102. Kemba Walker and Nicholas Batum combines for 48 points. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets wins this game 123-108. James Harden, 33 points and 11 assists. Minnesota.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say James Harden got rid of an important toxin in his life. That's why he is doing his thing. He's doing the real deal.
Oh, he actually got rid of it?
Got rid of her, yeah.
About time.
Yeah.
Man,
got rid of her. Yeah.
about time.
Yeah.
Like, if you not see the toxin that's going on in your life, get rid of it.
Yeah, he sees it. That's why he had to focus on his game.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you add the Minnesota Timberwolves and the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio wins this game 97-90. And with this game, San Antonio Spurs clinched their 20th straight playoff berth. And then lastly but not least, the last game on Saturday, the Brooklyn Nets and the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers wins this game 116-130. CJ McCollum had 31 points from 13 for 22 shooting.
Wow.
Final scores and stats for the last 3 days.
Okay. All right, Dan, good work. Now it's time to take it over and move on to the preview analysis predictions for today's game. We got the Atlanta Hawks and the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are continuing their road trip to Atlanta to play at 1 o'clock at Phillips Arena. That's going to be ABC. It's maybe, I'm not sure, but the TV they got was Fox Sports Indiana. Of course, it's the local league, Fox Sports Indiana. It's supposed to be on ABC. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see sooner or later.
Well, according to this, it says that it's Fox Sports Southeast, and then for Atlanta, no, I'm sorry, that's Fox Sports Southeast for Atlanta, and then for Indiana, it's Fox Sports Indiana. Now, as of, like you said, I don't know if they own ABC or not.
I don't know if they're doing ABC or not, but
I
no, they
don't
do,
see
but no, they don't. Yeah.
I don't see it on here. So, no, that's Golden State, and, yeah, just
In
Golden
New York.
State.
And go to New York, too. Yeah.
Nah, they are on their locals. Golden State, New York. Okay, I didn't even know the Golden State and New York that were playing against each other.
Yeah, they're playing on ABC.
Yeah, I think they're the only team that's playing on ABC because Oklahoma City Thunder and Dallas Mavericks are on ESPN.
They're playing on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's going to be their local TV. So,
yep.
Cool enough. Okay. It's coming off, I believe, that last loss they had. Was that against Spurs?
Who, Atlanta?
No, Pacers.
Yes.
Okay. And we just did dang on scores and analysis. I don't keep track of it. I don't know why. They came off that win.
Cleveland.
That win. Okay. Yep. And Atlanta's coming off a win too. So
no, they're coming off a loss.
Okay. They came off
against Cleveland.
So this is going to be pretty big. It's going to be a pretty big game if Pacers want to keep their playoff hopes alive, even though there's still plenty of games left and the race is pretty tight. So this is going to be pretty much a long second half for the Pacers if they want to actually try to clinch this playoff spot at the end of the season. For today's game for the Atlanta. I was ready to say the Falcons. Guys, help me. The Atlanta Hawks. Lord help me.
Yeah.
Woo, okay. You got Dennis Schroeder and Kent Bazemore as the 1 and 2. Theo Cephalosha and Paul Millsap is the 3 and 4. And then Dwight Howard in the 5 spot. For the Pacers, you have Jeff Teague and Paul George in the 1 and 2, C.J. Miles and Thaddeus Young in the 3 and 4, and Miles Turner in the 5.
Who's injured?
4.
The Pacers.
Nobody. That's what I'm just going to get to. The injury reports, Pacers have none to report, and the Hawks has Mike Dunleavy. He is out for today's game with a right ankle soreness.
Did you say Paul George is starting at the 2?
Yes.
So they decided to switch it?
Paul George always been the 2.
I thought Paul George was always the 3.
I thought he was too. But every time I named the projected starters, Paul George was the 2. He's always been the 2.
Why did
That's why I had told you from the last podcast there, I don't understand why Paul George is not the 3.
I don't understand why is it that they like to switch these players' positions and expect them to do good. I hate it with Larry Bird. Stop being a coach.
Stop this. This is ridiculous.
This is driving me up a wall. Just because you switch positions don't mean everybody else can do it.
That is exactly why the Pacers are, 31-30 or 30-30?
31-30.
That is exactly why they are 31-30. You cannot keep doing this to people. That's why George Hill is gone, because they felt that he wasn't good enough in that position. Because number one, he's not a point guard; he's a shooting guard.
There's a difference.
I mean, come on, man. Let's get this together here.
James Harden is another ball game. He got switched to a point guard. He's doing phenomenal. He can play both positions.
Yes, okay, can.
Go ahead.
You're right. You're exactly right.
I had to drink coffee.
Drink coffee. Keep it easy, man. Keep it easy. So the projected starters, of course, I just had the injury reports. In the last meeting, Hawks had dominated the Pacers 96-85. And no way to stop Dwight Howard in that time. He finished with 23 points on 10 for 12 shooting and 21 rebounds, with 9 of them coming offensively. The Hawks led as many as 17 points in the first half before the Pacers rallied to cut the deficit to 1 late in the third quarter. And then after that, the Hawks just rolled off on a 19-2 run. That just put the game on shredded cheese. So. Thaddeus Young led the Pacers with 24 points on 10 for 13 shooting and 7 rebounds. Monte Ellis added 19. Paul George scored 18. Of course, he had a rough night shooting. He went for 6 for 22 shooting and 2 from 11 from downtown. Notes to look out for. The Hawks lead the all-time series with the Pacers 100-81, including a 63-26 advantage at home. The Pacers had dropped 4 straight regular season games in Atlanta and 15 of their last 16 dating all the way back to the 2007-2008 season.
Jesus.
Yes. Now, here's another crazy one. The Pacers is 5-0 on the season when playing on Sunday. Scratch. There's your sneak peek. Pacers forward Glenn Robinson III and Hawks swingman Tim Hardaway Jr. were teammates on the 2012-2013 Michigan Wolverines team that reached the championship game of the 2013 NCAA tournament. That is half of the previews. There you take away half of this.
Yep. Let's go ahead and take a look at some analysis from the latest team stats. Here are the keys for the Pacers to win this game. I'm just going to be dead out real when I say this. The one way that the Pacers are going to win this game if they send Atlanta to the free throw line. If they do that and get Atlanta to the free throw line, and then if the Pacers bumps this up without Atlanta doing a lot of this on their side, Pacers will win this game.
I agree there.
Taking a look at the last game, Dwight Howard, well, not Dwight Howard, the team itself had 56 rebounds. You cannot win a game like that. You have to hit your shots. This has to go up. This has to go up. Allow them to foul you. Allow Atlanta to foul you because they are the better free throw shooting team. But do not let Dwight Howard bump this up by himself for the team.
Well,
Continue for them to shoot out here.
Yeah, now the Kyle Korver is gone, so that So that's going to play a pivotal role.
That's gonna play a role, and with Mike Dunleavy out, it's gonna play another bigger role in that. So you're gonna want to be able to keep them playing the 3-point arc. They're not going to win the game that way. They're going to win the game by taking it in and shooting mid-range jumpers and grabbing rebounds. You see they grabbing 10 offensive rebounds a game this season and grabbing 44. They out-battled them in both statistical categories. This cannot happen. And then you have 34 defensive rebounds to Pacers, 33 defensive rebounds. You cannot let that happen. You have to keep them off the boards. Keep Dwight Howard blocked out. Keep all your forwards blocked off. Miles Turner and Thaddeus Young are going to have to come in and make sure that they are boxed out and be able to grab rebounds over them. And Miles Turner going to have to play a pivotal role in rim protecting with Thaddeus Young. Just throwing that out there.
And there's something else that I wanted to mention. When you said about the free throw, about Dwight Howard's and the free throw percentaging, one of the other ways that the Pacers can win that game is sending Dwight Howard to the foul line.
Yeah. Send your worst free throw shooters to the foul line. Yeah. You do that, you good. You're good.
And Dwight Howard, he's already he's not a good free throw shooter.
No.
So if the Pacers could take advantage of that, and I've already seen it on 2K. That's why I had beat the Hawks because
sending him to the keep sending him to the free throw line.
And in that game, he only had two, and he only made 2 free throws out of, I think, he went to the line 17 times and only hit 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. See, when I played him with the Atlanta Hawks, when I'm with Orlando, we didn't foul him. I kept him off the boards. And I kept him from making easy baskets. Now, I did slip up at times, and he did end up getting hot. But then when he got hot is when I came in and stopped his streak. I'm not going to allow you to come in here into my paint and beat me. It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm not about to allow you to do that. That's how they almost won that game. I'm like, if I don't step up my defense against Dwight Howard, they going to win this game because I wasn't fouling them. I wasn't fouling him because he was always getting good looks. So that messed me up. So, like, if I play defense, I can get this win.
I agree, dude. Yeah. And that's what needs to happen.
And that's what needs to happen in this game.
Yes, that's what needs to happen. And I agree with you 100%. Okay. That was the second half analysis of the preview analysis. Now we are ready to actually put our predictions out there. Darren, Phillips Arena, Pacers, Hawks, 1 o'clock game. Who you got?
I gave it some thought, and I'm going to go with the Pacers. I'm going with the Pacers in this game for a reason. I'm only going for this team for one reason. Well, actually for 2. One, I believe that I think they're going to find a game plan to stop Atlanta from doing what they need to do to win this game. And then secondly, Jeff Teague is returning back to Phillips Arena. I think he has a grudge, and I think he's going to want to be able to prove a point. So I think looking out for Jeff Teague in this game, I think he's going to have to fool, and I think he's going to be able to help the team troops win against Atlanta. I'm going with the Pacers in this game.
You know what? Even though the Hawks had dominated the Pacers at home, and the Pacers seem to not do so well on the road.
No, yeah, that's true.
And it's true. And normally I would have agreed with you in this aspect, but I have to disagree with you. I am going with the Hawks at home. Dwight Howard is going to dominate once again. I don't think the Pacers are going to be able to handle the offense of Dwight Howard and Paul Millsap. They are both on fire. I cannot see the Pacers winning. I got the Hawks in this game.
We'll see. I think the Pacers got a chance. I'm going to give them another chance. I'm going to give Pacers another chance against the hot team of Atlanta. What's their record going into this game? They are 34-27. I believe they got a shot. And I will actually get that to them. And actually, this is actually a pivotal game for the Pacers, not just because they're playing against Atlanta, but because Atlanta holds the 5th seed Pacers hold 6.
Right. Right.
So the
that.
Pacers winning this game will increase their chances of at least getting the 5th seed. Not getting the 5th seed, but increased chance.
Increasing it. Mm-hmm.
Increasing it, yeah.
Yeah. But even though I think the Hawks would I think downright just own the Pacers.
Yeah.
In that aspect, even if it came to a tie or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's just a good thing to look at, but we'll see what happens in the stretch of this.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That was the preview analysis and predictions for the Pacers and the Hawks. Now we're going to take this notch, and we're going to move on to quickly take a look at some news from the NBA, NFL, and MLB. One of the things that stood out to me in this was Mike Budenholzer. He got suspended for contact with official. Now, I don't know how many games he's going to be suspended. It'll probably be 1 or 2.
Isn't he Atlanta's head coach?
Yes.
So he's not going to be coaching tonight's game, is he? Or today's game, excuse me.
I don't know. That was put out there. I don't know when this was actually coming into effect because a lot of this stuff has happened last night.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that ordeal. Festus Ezeli to undergo knee surgery. Last I known that this is supposed to be season-ending knee surgery. If anything changes, of course, that would be updated. But last I known, it's supposed to be season-ending knee surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, but not least, this is interesting to actually look at. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says that all-star format would change for next season.
I wonder, and I'm curious to what that would stand for. What actually is going to change, because if they do the actual whoever wins the conference in the All-Star game get the home court advantage. If that's what he's going to change, I hope he changes that.
Me too, there.
Because I think it's pointless.
Me too. I agree. All right. That's the portions of the NBA news. Moving on to the NFL. Of course, as we all know, the NFL Combine workouts has been up and official since Friday. And pretty much some things has happened since then. And one of them being John Ross. He set the record in 40-yard dash to beat Chris Johnson in 2008 with a 4.2.
It's interesting because Agent 89 said it. He said it. Steve Smith said it. Mm-hmm. Chris Johnson need to be sitting on the edge of his seat because he might get beat.
Yeah.
He might get beat.
Mm-hmm. He's too fast.
It's like he's too explosive. I watched him work out, and that's exactly what he said.
And John Ross, I think, went to Twitter and said that he was going to try to get under 4.3, and he did just that.
Yep.
He did just that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very interesting.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. The Chicago Bears are opening up their options, and also Austin Jeffries opened up his options to be back with the Cubs. The Bears. This is what happens when you do a sports news and stuff like that, and analysis for teams that are that is in the same city.
Yeah,
and it's a killer.
Yeah, I know. I totally understand.
Yeah, of course. So let's do. Nick Mango was caught off guard by his release with the Jets. And then, of course, Jets got a lot of problems, too, with Darrell Reeves being gone. Mm-hmm. And then they just released Brandon Marshall at his request. That can't be good.
Brandon Marshall is a free agent for the first time in his career.
And he's been in the league for about, almost 10 years? Maybe a little over 10 years?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. That's a talented receiver. That just tells you right there.
Oh, yeah. He believes, Steve Smith believes he's a fit with Baltimore.
I don't see why not. It is already bad enough that they had taken his, being on inside the NFL as a distraction.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's fair.
so, I mean, I just find it crazy, but hey, I'm not running the show here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does the news for the NFL. And just shifted over quickly over to MLB. Of course, our two teams are matching up, but not against each other. St. Louis is going against the Mets. That's a 110 pitch off. And the Cubs are going up against the Rangers. That is a 305 pitch off. Spring training still in effect. They're hitting it strong. So can't wait for the regular season to start.
Me too. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it.
Oh, and I also forgot to mention in NBA, Ricky Rubio sets a season record with 79 triple-doubles.
Man.
Not Ricky Rubio, the NBA itself. Sorry. Ricky Rubio is added to that list for when he had a triple-double the other night.
Right.
Yeah, the NBA sets a season record with 79 triple-doubles. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Those are the news and headlines for the NBA, NFL, MLB. All right. Final thoughts, Darren. You got anything?
Nope, nothing at all. Just combine still in effect. Big Ten is at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. A lot of things going on in Indy. So bear that in mind on Sunday. So.
Yep. And the combine is live on
NFL Network.
Right now, as of 11:28, well, I just rounded up to 11:30. So I think they'll probably get that early today.
Yeah, and Monday, be wrapped up and be gone and out.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't have anything, so I'm just going to say, let's wrap this up.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. All right, this is another edition of Double Take Sports Talk. If you like what you see, you give this video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show, anything we can change on it, just comment on the comment section below. If anything that we just said on the show that you want to comment on or add on to, help yourself. We're always here. But until then, thank you for tuning in. I'm Darrell. Darren on the opposite side.
Yep.
All right. Catch up with us on another episode of Double J Sports Talk. Until then, ciao. This is Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. I'm Darrell Watts. If you enjoyed the podcast and would like to see more, check out our videos on YouTube. And while you're there, subscribe, like, and share our videos. We don't mind. We're also on the social media side where you can catch up on the latest news and developer stories and different stat information. Follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Or you can follow me, Darrell, at Love University, and follow Darren also at Darren Watch 14. We're on Facebook also, Double Take Sports Talk page at the Watch Brothers. Darren's is Darren Watts on Facebook, and I am myself, Darrell Watts II on Facebook. We got the blog for your critical thinking and analysis, so you can check that out at doubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com. Thanks again.